Hi class, this is a second video on our Constellations of the Zodiac drawing project, and I'm hoping to provide a more detailed description of how to get started on the project. So here's a version of the project that I just made. I have all the features from the original project description. The sun is in the very center of the drawing. I have a circle out here, and this represents the orbit of the Earth around the Sun. And since this takes 1 year, you can also basically assign a calendar to it. So as the Earth makes one full orbit, it sweeps through all the dates of the year. And so this, you would just imagine the Earth being located at whatever these dates are. So this would be mid-February right here, February 15th, for example. And then and so to draw this, you want to take the circle and divide it up equally into 12 sections, very similar to a clock, the way that the 12 hours are distributed throughout the circle of a clock. And you can kind of see how I did this. Is just one idea is I folded the paper right along these two lines. And then the tricky part was, once I had done the 2 folds, then I folded it in 3 rather than 2. So that requires some origami skills, if you will. Then once you have that, then I made the second circle out here just so that I had some kind of guide as to where I was going to put the bottom of my constellation drawings. And you could use a drawing compass to do this. I actually just took a roll of used duct tape, partially used, and I put it down here, and I use that as a guide to draw this inner circle and then this outer circle. So whatever, however you can make it work. And then here I gave an example of drawing one of the 12 constellations. This is Pisces, and I'll show you how I did this. But right here, these are the 12 constellations of the Zodiac. So you're going to want to do this for all 12 of these and get them in the right place and with approximately the correct size. And represent the constellation to the best of your abilities. But that's mainly I want these things to be in the correct place and the correct approximate size. That's what I'll be looking at when I do the grading. So going back to the drawing over here, which is this thing. Okay, so how did I do this? Well, so I wanted to draw Pisces. So I went to the video that I posted last week, which is right here. Here's the YouTube video. And I found out where the sun was, or when the sun was aligned with the constellation Pisces. And so I click play right here, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit by fast forward, and then right about here, pause it. So this date is right there, that is March 10th. And going back to the drawing here, March 10th is right about here. So you see, you go January, February, March, and then this is about 1/3 of the way into March. That's when you get to March 10th. So on March 10th, what I did is I imagined locating the Earth right here. I took a ruler to see what part of the sky is lined up with the sun, and that's right out here. So again, imagine that the Earth is here. You're looking up at the sun right in the middle of the day. And right behind the sun is that right part of the constellation Pisces. You see this in the YouTube video right here. Now, the thing that's a little tricky about this is that that's the sun. Of course, you don't normally see any of this stuff because this would be the blue sky that's out during the day, which obscures your view of the constellations which are up at that time of the day. But if you could get rid of the Earth's atmosphere, then on March 10th, the sun would pretty much be lined up with that right part of the constellation Pisces. And then you start the video again, and I'm going to fast forward because I want to find out where do I put the the left side of Pisces, and it's right about there. So I pause the video. You see the sun is lined up with the left side of the constellation Pisces, and this is on April 20th. So going back to the drawing, that's right here as I drew it, because March, April, going towards May, and you go about 2/3 of the way through April. That gets you to April 20th. look at the part of the sky that the sun is aligned with on April 20th. So if the Earth is here, there's the sun. This is the location of the celestial sphere that is directly behind the sun, and that's where the left side of the constellation is. And then once you have these two guides, and I would draw these very lightly because perhaps at the end you'd want to erase these lines. Once you have those guides in place where you know the right side and the left side, then it's just a matter of looking at either this, although that is a bit dark, or you can just look at this or any other image that you can find which has the 12 constellations of the zodiac, and there it is. And now from the video you know kind of the correct orientation, and now it becomes just a drawing exercise. So let me get back to, here it is. So when I drew this, and I'm of course a science teacher, not an art teacher, but I did find that it was useful to do kind of a rough sketch first to get everything in the correct place. So not worrying about the exact location of the stars, but just kind of draw a circle here and a line, circle, just to get everything kind of the right size, and do that very lightly with pencil. And then you can go back and make it as good as you can. So that's it. I hope that helps out a lot, because now you basically just do the same thing for all 12 constellations and fill this thing up. And one of the neat things about this is that you've probably realized by now that if you want to observe Pisces, then this period of time from March, April, May, this is the worst time, because it basically be impossible. Because if you were to look at Pisces, that would always be in the daytime side of the Earth, meaning the side of the Earth. If Earth is over here and you're looking in this direction, you're looking in the direction of the sky where the sun is. So you'd be looking at this while it was up during the day, which you can't. So if you wanted to look at Pisces, you would wait until the Earth orbits throughout half a year, and from September, October, November, now this is the daytime side of the Earth, and this is the nighttime side. So this would be the part of the sky that you could look at when it's nighttime, when the sun's on the other side of the Earth. And this is pretty much where we're at right now in terms of when I recorded this video, because today is September 17th. So look at this. Go to Stellarium again, and I have the date to September 17th, and this is daytime. So this is, in the videos that I've posted, I have turned the atmosphere off so that we can see the constellations that are up during the day. But watch this. I'll just to make it more realistic, I'm going to turn the atmosphere back on, and I'm going to close this and zoom out a little bit. So I'm looking south. This is around noon today on September 17th. And I'm going to speed up time, and I do that with this button right here. It's like a little fast forward. So looking at the day going by and fast forward, and this is kind of neat. You can still see the constellations that are up during the day. But I mean, you don't see them because of the sky. So here we're going to watch the sunset, and I'm going to speed it up even more because I'm getting impatient. And now I'm going to pause it. And what time is it right now? It's almost midnight. So this is 23:13. This is 11:13. And lo and behold, look at this. So I'm going to start this, get it going a little bit faster. There we go. And midnight. All right, so it's midnight, and as expected, there's Pisces right there. There's the moon. So this is what's going to be up tonight on September 18th. Well, this is September 18th because it went past midnight. So this is still tonight from September 17th. And there it is. So you go back to this drawing that you're going to make, and this is kind of the significance, or part of one of the things that you can gain from this project, is that if this is the time of the year right here, so we're kind of in late September, mid to late September, you look up tonight when you're looking at the nighttime side of the sky, not the daytime direction, but the nighttime, you're going to see Pisces and whatever's over here and whatever's over here. So once you complete this project, it'll provide a nice guide of which part of the zodiac constellations you can see on any night of the year. I hope this helped.